Trying to use earpods or AirPods, but I don't think it's working. Sound coming through? So, AirPods, I guess I'm not ready to use those. I don't know how to use them right. Rocking your shirt, Mike. How's everybody's Friday night? I'm struggling to stay awake. Yeah, Rich, she made me the army, or the, whatever you want to call them, the wooden brackets, and I put them on that flat. And then I copied that design and made the green planes, a couple of bats. Trains are timed bad, huh? I guess I need to start like promoting that I'm going to do a live instead of popping on. No one knows that I'm even doing it. Hard to hear me. How about now? I think it was going through my phone instead of the computer. Sound any better? I really can't time them. Yeah, my mic was going through my phone, which is out on the layout. I don't know why it went to that one instead of my laptop. I'm a rookie. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. Rich, I sent you some stickers out actually today, so they probably won't be there for a little while, but I sent you your two of my stickers. Had to go through our text messages to find your address again. Lauren made me the silver plane, and then I copied that like wood style that them PGH Train Fanatics makes and made my own with the green and tan. I'm not familiar with planes, so that's the one Lauren made me. I just put it on a flat. And the other one's coming now. That's the one that I copied hers and made my own style or whatever. Yeah, if you use the Lionel, the PS4 flats, they're definitely the nicest, but they are you seem to pay for them, that's for sure. These tank cars are the MTH ones, and they actually don't look too bad, but they're a plastic. They're not die cast like the Lionel ones are. This one here's a uh, Atlas Trainman series, and it falls under Steam because it's 53 is the build on it. You can get those with like pipe loads on them. I just took the pipe loads off and used them for that. What up, Ray? Yeah, they're the ones I got at York. I spent the last couple days kind of detailing them up. I there was like little black things that held the tank on. I took those off, put rusty chains on, made the wood look a little bit weathered. I ordered bags and crates that I'm going to put on top of them too, just to kind of add a little bit more to them. I don't think they'll be here until like Monday or Tuesday next week. So I took I weathered all of those with just acrylic paints you get like at Walmart for like $1 or whatever. But that's I think it's nutmeg is the color, and I just kind of I dip it in paint. I kind of dry it off a piece of paper or whatever, and then just dry brush over it, and just it gives it that rusty look. I'm afraid to like full out airbrush the stuff because I don't know if I'm gonna go down the weird whole weathering thing or not. So this you can wipe off with just water. Hey Bill, how's it going? On his rolling stocks, Rich, or on his track? Because I saw him, he sprays his track to weather it. Bill, the flats on the track with the tanks are MTH Premier. Those are actually Western Maryland. It's a 6-pack set. And then the Pennsylvania one that has the airplane on it is a Weaver. And the one with the green plane is a MTH Premier. It was a pipe load. I took the pipes off and put the airplane on it. All right, Mike, thanks for stopping in. Thanks, Woodnot. Yeah, I kind of been working with them. I said I weathered them up a little bit, and I ordered some box cars and or boxes and bags to put on them, just to kind of give some more to them. Jake's in here. I don't have any Western Maryland engines running right now. Hey Sam, how's it going? Are we doing the Yellowstone? That's not going away, is it? I don't have any Western Maryland that you approve of, Jake. My Dash 8's not the right nose. 1309, you guys all seem to hate. The only one I have is the CSX Western Maryland. It's right. It is a Class A. No, Ray, I'm not driving to Allentown. I'm not using one. and not being right. I cannot time these trains so you can see both of them. It's that inner loop blocks the outer loop. We'll park the inner loop for a little bit. This is the problems of a small layout. You guys are all going to Allentown, huh? You have to let me know what you think of the weathering. If I should continue weathering these cars or if I should take it back off. Did you guys hear that Rich is giving away his Army S2 for 500 subs? You don't like my weathering? I am on the fence about it. I don't know. I kind of like it, but I don't. Sam, did you start working on your layout? Forgot what you were watching. Understandable. Goes back to that sock comment, huh? I'd say go for it, Rich. If you can make money off of it, I'd sell it. I mean, for the right price, anything in my roster's for sale. I'm actually surprised you haven't sold that yet. I figured as soon as you posted that, it would sell. I mean, I'm a fan of it. I just have other things that I would rather have over that. Because I'm really banking on that Chessie Steam Special in Volume 1. I'll be disappointed if that doesn't happen. Yeah, I do need an H9 Jake. I don't know if I can pull myself in the MTH sound. I like their diesels, I just don't like their steam. Yeah, Rich, that's how it goes. I went to York saying I wasn't buying an engine, and that was the first thing I did. And then Jake talked me into buying these tank cars. I did watch High Rollers. That was the beginning of his video was hilarious. Him sneaking into his basement with all the boxes. What do you think of the third rail Chargers? I knew you'd approve, Salty. Mike sent me that picture of that car you were telling him that's hard to find. And it's the same one that I have. I need the Rail King version. I think Dell's hooking me up with the one that operates. You're lying, Ray. Nobody goes to a train show and buys a pack of figures. The MTH 611 is really nice. Corey just posted a video with his too, and it looks good. What's going on, Joker? Ray's gonna find some Berwicks to show tomorrow, I'm sure. Rich, did those not come with any people or military people inside them? I'm not. I'm not a fan of the Chargers, but they did come out nice. Like, it's not an engine that I would collect. Seeing the videos and pictures that people were posting, third rail knocked it out of the park. That's for sure. Oh, that's a bummer. They definitely should have added military passengers in the cars. Would have been. That would have made it. You're keeping the cars though, right? You're not just you're selling the S2, keeping the cars. I was bummed with Stockyard. I was hoping they would at least have one set of those at York. They didn't. Well, sold them out, or sold out of them, but they didn't bring like any other custom run rolling stock. Wanted to get the Farmall pup trailers. They didn't have those there. Oh, they didn't get the colors right. I don't really follow stuff that close that I need. Like, I know what the engine color where it was. I just, if they look good, I buy them. So everybody hates 1309. I like it. What end did you get, Salty? Hey, John, how's it going? This was like a I'm bored. I'm gonna do a live and run trains type of thing. I didn't really promote it or say I was going live. Just figured we'd see what was going on, see if people would join or not. I was just looking for a reason to drink some beer. Nice. Nice. Do you have the J class, the Williams Brass J class salty? Smoke units are extremely loud when you don't run them all the time. John just got that brass Thomas too. Hey Lou, how's it going? I was thinking of getting one of the Williams J classes and doing Blue Nami. I think if this third rail engine goes good, it might be my next one. Nothing wrong with pork. I was really impressed with that. With the Thursday of York, that was good. No barbecue. I gotta get my smoker cleaned and put back away. It's sitting under my gazebo still. I haven't touched it in like a month. Yeah, I want to see how this Blue Nami deal goes, but I think I might try finding one at a good price. I like that they have that gloss paint. I have two gloss engines. It kind of pulls me in. Who won that game, Rich? I watched it up until a little bit after halftime, and then I shut it off. So Allentown's the big thing for tomorrow. Everybody seems to be going there. If it wasn't almost 4 hours, I'd probably try making the trip, but I'm sure one time I'll make it. Did you get one, Lou? donkeys one. You ended up taking that K4 back, didn't you? You bought it yours. Time for donkeys. They can be the donkeys just as long as they keep producing this good banquet. Spent pretty much, 3 hours last night working on my double crossover in the front of my layout. It's a right-of-way industries crossover. It's all manual switching, and I kept getting a short every time I try to cross over to go from the outer loop in to the inner loop. It would like short the engine out and just stop everything on the tracks. Here, the one little pin was touching the inner rail and was basically grounding the hot wire or hot rail. I moved it not even a 32nd of an inch, and we're all good. So it just took me 3 hours to figure out what was going on. I was tracing wires and checking all my voltage with a multimeter, only to find out a pin just was too far to one side. Trivia night. Haven't done that in a while. One of those green things. I don't use my stuff as much as I should. I have a Blackstone that I very rarely use. It's more work than it's worth. Probably use the smoker the most. That's a good one, Salty. You have to do a relay deal for the smoke. Sid has a good video on how to make smoke work with Blue Nami. It's just like, I think it's just on. Unless you buy a relay, they'll let it chuff. Rich, when are you getting shirts made? And stickers. You're always asking for everybody's stickers, but you don't have any stickers to send out. What's that about? Yeah, I'm not much of a cooker. I smoke foods, and I can do breakfast, but I leave my wife for all the good meals. Breakfast. You have to let me know when my stickers arrive, Rich. I sent them out. I don't know, Ray. I was texting him all day, basically. Told him that I was probably going to do live, but wasn't 100% sure. He's probably down in the club getting drunk. I mean, Rich, I'm not too worried about it. I live in a really small town, so I don't see me having an issue wearing gang attire. Make a mean bowl of cereal. Yeah. You know what else I'm good at making is them Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls that you pop the film, throw them in the microwave for 2 minutes. Oh, the Tuscan Red. That's the one Tom has. Those S2s came out nice. I just don't want to go down that rabbit hole, buying a whole nother road name. Lou, your biggest curve's what, 060? So everybody's doing these giveaways when they hit 1,000 subs, and I'm not very close to being at 1,000 subs by any means. But thoughts are either doing a custom flat car. I'll make something with a die cast and chains and all that, or one of the display cases. What do you guys think? Rich, are you like on call all the time or what? Just my pockets ain't that big, Ray. I'm a contractor. I have to chip other people out of their money. It's a hard thing to do. That's kind of what I was thinking for 1,000 subs, a display case with the lights and the mountain. I mean, you can ask Mike if he ever joins in on a live. He got that one. Just need to get me the. I think I need like 400 499 more. Yeah, Lou, Nick, PGH Train Fanatic had the older Legacy S2 run. When I was talking to him, he said it would do his 060 fine. He has a lot of 060 on his layout. Yeah, the ones that are right behind the beer reefers now they're the Christmas trees you buy. Like if you go to Walmart, probably right now, they have those trees. I don't think I have any out. They're the ones that are kind of just like, they almost look like a pipe cleaner. They're green, have like frost snow on them. You can get like, I think it's like 12 trees in a box for like $9. And if you wait until like the day after Christmas, they sell them for like $2 for the whole box. Use that and a little bit of woodland scenics. You can make pretty decent pine trees. I'm cheap, so I try to figure out things to do with the layout that don't cost me much money. Joker's turning into he's like a mad train shop now with all the stuff he's selling on Discord. Gotta pay for them third row engines. Yeah, Rich, if you're looking for pine trees, I suggest that. That's very simple. And then those hedges are just the furnace fillers. I have some here. Yeah, that's the furnace filter. I cut them into 1-inch strips and put woodland scenics turf on them, paint them brown, and then put the turf on. And what's cool is you can bend them to like anything you need. You can get them filters at Lowe's and Depot for like $5, and then that's the pine trees with just static grass on it, painted brown with static grass. And the same deal, they're like metal, so you can kind of, if you have them on a hill or a mountain, you can bend them. Super cheap, super easy. The hairspray seems to work the best. What I usually do is I just spray them brown with spray paint. I just kind of drop the flock or whatever on it, and then after I get enough coverage on it, I just spray it with the hairspray, and it kind of keeps it and holds it on nice. I mean, it's really simple. As far as normal trees, I haven't found a cheap way to do that yet. I did get that third row T1 running pretty smooth now. I got a video, I'm going to post it on my YouTube tomorrow. Figured I'd get a video of it running around the layout before I rip it apart and try putting Blue Nami in it. Who knows if it'll ever run again. If everything goes the way I'm hoping for, I'll start building the house in the spring, and then I'll start building the new layout after we get the house all done. But I'm thinking I'm going to have a train room that's roughly 16 foot by 32 foot. So no more of this tiny layout stuff. Solo sleeves, I'm thinking this is my third, maybe. I don't know. I didn't post it or like do a follow up or lead up to it. I just kind of was bored and figured I'd drink beer and run trains. I don't know, Rich. I'm hoping that I'm in my head. I want to have like how Jason and all them guys did, like Trainapalooza and all that. I would like to do like once a year, do a train run, have people over and just kind of hang out and run trains, have people bring their trains. I mean, just in our area alone, we have a good amount of people that are like 2 hours, 3 hours from each other. So I feel like for one time a year, you could all meet up and go run trains. That's my hopes, at least. Thanks, Sam. The silver one, Mike's wife made me, like the plane and the wood brackets that the plane's on. They're made from PGH Train Fanatic. He does like laser print kits you can glue together, and then you just mount K-line planes or what's the other place? Hobby Lobby sells 1/48 scale ones, and I copied hers and made the one that's green, just out of balsa wood and styrene. That's what I was doing last weekend. Yeah, Rich, fly out. If everything goes good, I'm hoping that's what it's going to be, is once a year, do some kind of train run, just hang out, drink beer, eat food, run trains. Bill, those are MTH. There was a 6-car set that came, the flat cars and the Shermans came like on them. And then I weathered them and put the chains and stuff on. They were just like little black brackets that held the tanks on. But MTH did, I think they did them in the C&O, UP, and then they did Army versions too. They're really sharp cars. When it comes around, I'll stop and pull one off. But I added the chains. It's kind of hard to see. I weathered the floors and the trucks. And they send, you get like little bags, ammo crates. All right, Sam, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Yeah, Mike from Mad Trains had military train when I was down at his layout. And we were doing like the run sessions and stuff. I really got into it, just kind of like how Joker does with the Woodside reefers. It's just so easy to throw any engine in front of it and run it. You know, change rolling stock. So I was kind of taking a page out of both of their books and getting something that I don't have to switch out. Because with a small layout, it sucks switching rolling stock. Yeah, the Lionel ones didn't turn out very nice. These tanks are extremely detailed too. Like you got to be very careful handling them, and they got like a lot of small pieces on them that'll break off if you touch them wrong or even look at them wrong. What are you laughing about? Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot more that I can do with this layout, so I'm excited to get a house built and kind of do a big layout. I enjoy that part of the scenery or hobby, so I'm excited to actually do a big layout. Not have to worry about if the engine will do my curve. Because I do test that a lot. The Allegheny didn't seem to like it. The Class A actually don't mind. It does it fine. It'll do the inner loop too. 1309 does both. The third rail T1 don't really like 054. It does it, but it struggles a little bit. Rich, I'm doing a video on paint cars, and once the accessories that I ordered come and I can get those on, I'll get it posted. But I did a video like how I do how I did the weathering and stuff on them, so maybe that'll help you get an idea. Having a small layout and switching rolling stock's a nightmare. It's like I never know what to do with them when I take them off. The switch rolling stock, I'm afraid of breaking half the stuff off my rolling stock. I have a couple cabinets like where the steps come up upstairs. There's built-ins. I have cabinets there, but it's like not enough to put stuff. What's the smallest steam locomotive you have? Either that 280 consolidation, and then I have a Lion Chief 080 that was my dad's. I bought. So my dad had his dad had a nice old Lionel post-war set, and when he was like 12, their house caught on fire and burned to the ground, and they lost like everything. So when my dad turned 18 and started working full time, he bought my pap Lionel train set, as he moving out. So then when we bought this house and was moving out, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do the same thing he did. So I bought my dad that Pennsylvania Lionel flyer set for a Christmas present. And then when he passed away, I took it back, and kind of that's what got me back in the O gauge. I was doing HO stuff, and then I got his set, and then got here. But yeah, that's the two smallest ones. I have the Flyer Chief 080 consolidation, the 280. I have a Chesapeake F19, the Chesapeake Burke, the Greenbrier, Western Maryland 1309, the third rail T1, the JLC Allegheny, and then the Vision Line Class A. I think that's pretty much all my steam. I didn't really get into steam until this year. I was buying diesels when I first started getting into it. I was buying a lot of diesels. I like the A5. I was actually hoping at York I was going to find the B&O 040 at a decent price, and then I bought that third row engine too fast and stopped looking at other engines. But I would like to get some smaller engine or smaller steam, but I was kind of going after the big ones that I wanted in my collection, and I feel like I'm kind of there with the C&O stuff. Like I said, I went to Chessie Steam Special. I wouldn't mind a Legacy T1 to go along with the third rail T1, but That's about it. Yeah, I was more into HO, mainly because my dad had HO. His dad bought him like an HO engine every year for Christmas. And then when I got big enough, we started doing HO. It's for Christmas time. And when I got him the O scale stuff, he gave me all his HO. So I had a layout up here of HO stuff for, I don't know, 2 years. And then I went down this rabbit hole of O scale and ripped down the HO stuff. I got it all boxed up. I'm not going to sell any of that stuff just because of the sentimental value, but I definitely like O gauge more. You had the guy that Muffins uses weather yours, didn't you? Harry, whatever his name is. Stop laughing at me. Anybody else's wife picks on them the whole time they're doing any train stuff? Mine does. Your wife just makes fun of you. Yeah, I think that's what when you get married they just assume that's what it's gonna be, is making fun of your husband. Yeah, man, got the Class A going around, pushing its limits. 054. I'm not buying any anymore, Rich. I'm I'm waiting for Lionel's Volume One. I'm gonna hope, or really hoping that Steam Special's in there, because if not, I'm gonna be upset. I passed up on a lot of pre-orders because of that. I didn't buy. I wanted an Atlas, one of the ET44s that Atlas was doing. I didn't pre-order one of those in hopes for this Lionel steamer. You guys want to keep going, or if you want to keep going, I'm going to go down and get another beer. If not, I'll hang out for a little bit and then get off. Yeah, the Class A will do 048. Minor loops I think 046 because I custom bent it, but it'll do it. It don't look good, but it does it. A lot of overhang. Does that mean I'm supposed to go down and get another banquet or two? Is that what you're telling me? I don't know, Rich. Them ET44s look good with the work lights. They look cool. I'm gonna go grab a beer. I'll be right back. All right, I got more Dodie. Yeah, it'll do a 48. I mean, it has a lot of overhang, but SA is very forgiving. These little huggy bottles, I really enjoy them. You're doing a short, Rich? I'm lost. It isn't 1218 and what is it? The Virginia, or Virginia Museum of Train or something. I need to make my way down that way. I would like to go see the Shays at Cas. I want to make my way to the B&O Museum. A lot of stuff I haven't done that I would really like to check out. So it isn't. There's a. What's the train ride My brother was up in Colorado over the summer. They did a train ride up there. It had to be somewhere close to the brewery because he did the tour of the brewery. But it looked like it was a pretty cool train ride that he did. Yeah, I want to go to the B&O Museum real bad. Just our youngest son, he's still kind of, it's a lot to go far distance in the car. I think our daughter would do fine, but the son doesn't like to sit still for very long. Huh? You know it's true, it'd be torture. After about an hour, he starts screaming. Yeah, Georgetown Loop. That's what it was. Yeah, he went up with his girlfriend's family for the week, and they did all kind of stuff. And the one day they did that, he had all kind of videos and stuff. Looks like a really cool setup they did. I was more jealous that he got to have banquet out of the tap in the brewery. What do you do for work, Salty? How far into PA are you coming? If you're coming close to Pittsburgh, we should meet up. Or even do, if you go to like Cumberland, Maryland, we could do 1309. That's what my brother said. He said it was phenomenal. Oh, nice. Probably starting to get hectic this time of year, though. Oh, you. Ooh, that's a drive. 15 plus hours. I want to go down. I think it's in West Virginia, where that Cass Railway. I want to do the Shay, like when they do the Shay days and do the parade of all the Shays. I think that would be something cool to see. Yeah, I'm sure with holidays coming, I'm sure you're going to be working a lot. I'm a self-employed contractor, and we've been working outside doing siding and stuff. And I'm dreading winter. I'm hoping we get this stuff done before it gets too cold. Like knocks you out being in the cold all day, and then you come home, get warm, just you go right to sleep. So, how far are you from like the brewery and stuff? Are you pretty close? Yeah. Oh man, 15 minutes from the brewery. I'd be there all day, every day. This 734 supposed to be returned next year. 1309 is. I mean, I've never seen like the big boy or anything in person, but I was blown away with 1309. We went and did the Polar Express run that they do, and it was cool. The only thing that I was mad about, and it was my mistake, was I did it for nighttime because I thought with the Christmas lights it would be cool, but it took away because you couldn't really see the engine. So I think this year, if we do it, I want to try doing it during the day so we can actually get to see 1309 with daylight. You worked with a competitor for 15 years. Come on, Salty. Yeah, I have a picture of me holding my daughter like right beside 1309, and the wheel was like this far or high compared to where I was like standing. I was blown away. I mean, the only other steam engine I was around was Everett 11, and it's just a small whatever 260 or whatever it is. The 1309 was very cool, and Western Maryland does an awesome job, like as far as like the passenger cars and like leading up to getting on the train and stuff. They did cool. The Polar Express deal was like how the movie was. They had like people coming out in the aisles and singing during different parts of the movie. They did, like reenacted it. It was cool. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out and stuff. I'm sure it's not the best thing to do on a Friday night, but I appreciate you guys hanging out. Yeah, yeah, it was cool. I think my daughter loved it. She was all about it until Santa Claus came on the train, and then she didn't want anything to do with it. But it was fun. It's always nice. How about it, Salty? My wife's over there changing the floor plan of our house. Correction, she's building a whole different house to see if she can make it better. She only got a couple months before we got to actually get this started, so. Huh? Yeah, we keep changing our house plans, trying to get it dialed in when we start building, but I don't have a huge need besides the train room. I want a big train room. Other than that, she's like, she has it. Well, I want a train room and then I want a bar room outside of the train room, so when people come over, we can hang out at the bar end. Well, hopefully you don't get too crazy up there, Salty. You might have a hard time getting back down. One thing about my train room is my bed's like 5 feet from my layout, so I don't have very far to go once I get hammered. Hey, train board, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, it was kind of just a Friday night, let's run trains and hang out. It's probably smart, Salty. Every time I go to the store, I want to try getting a different beer to drink for the stream. I try to switch it up, and I just find myself going back to Banquet anyhow. Yeah, hopefully here May or April we'll start. We'll break ground, and if everything goes right, start building. I'm gonna do it after work and weekends, so it's gonna be hard to get much train time in during that time, but I think it'll be worth it to have a big train room. See where we're at when it comes to York time. May sneak away for York. I mean, it depends on where you're coming up to. Like around me, Brady's trains is probably the best train shop around, and then there's Lens Diecast and Trains. I've never been there, but Mike goes there all the time. If you're coming towards like Altoona area, Neely's Trains is in Altoona. I think like if you're going over towards like Ray and them guys, Grabowski's and stuff is definitely the store to go to. I've never heard of that, Rich. Oh, Saudi, you're gonna Blue Nami. Is that because Joker's Blue Nami doing Blue Nami, so now you're gonna take the leap into it? We were at the club on Thursday at York, and I was very impressed with how good the engines that people had that were Blue Nami sounded. I mean, I didn't use the app or run them, but they seem to sound and run nice. So I need to get a board or a Blue Nami board ordered for that third row. Yeah, Brady's is really nice as far as like seeing like basically anything that's been out, he's gonna have on shelves. I mean, it's like floor of the ceiling, but it's also he's also like I don't want to badmouth him because it's one of my local things, but he's MSRP. Like you're not gonna go in there and get a super good discount on him. But like if you'd happen to go during his tent sales or any of that stuff, like you can get some good deals. Hey Newt, what's going on? Yeah, yeah, Moody did his high rollers. It sounded good. That was the first one I heard. And then Sam had a couple engines there too that were Blue Nami. I don't know. I'm excited about it. I think it brings life to these old engines, and you can kind of I wouldn't say it's not going to be legacy sounds for sure, but you can nice model and have command control for a lot cheaper than what you're paying for some of these legacy engines. If you're coming up and go to Brady's, I would make the trip to Patch Trains in West Virginia too. I mean, you'll be mind blown with how much stuff he has in that building. I was in there twice, and both times it was overwhelming. Like I'm talking floor to ceiling boxes, like you got like this much room to weave through. Like how he even knows what he has is mind blowing. Trojans. What are they ranked this year? Are they in the top 20 or no? Train board date. Sid has a video on how to get smoke units to work. I'm afraid to go down that road right now. I think this first one's just going to be lights and sound, but I think from Brady's to Pat's is only like another hour, maybe hour and 15 minutes. So it's not crazy far. And there's the Menards and stuff there too. So if you wanted to go to Menards to get some train stuff. 19. Man, college football has changed so much over the last couple of years. Remember when USC and like top 5, top 10. I mean, I'm an Ohio State guy, so I'm living way up here right now. Hopefully, it stays that way the rest of the year. But yeah, I'm with you, Salty. If I run my smoke, it's basically on a live for a little bit, or if I'm doing a YouTube video or something, I'll run the smoke units. But I don't really like to smell smoke fluid. My wife hates it. Yep, Rich. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to bash Brady's because he does good. Like they do the 10 cells at the end of the month I think it's the last weekend of every month during the summer. And like, I've gotten a lot of great deals, and Brady's, like, John has been really good with me. But as far as like pre-ordering an engine or buying a new engine, you're paying like MSRP. So I have a hard time doing that. Pat's Trains has done good. Like, I've called him. I bought the consolidation off of him and was going to pre-order the F19, and he worked with me and gave me a better price. See, the problem with me is the smoke. My train layout's in my bedroom. Like, my whole upstairs in our house is just like one big open floor plan. So I have the train layouts over here in our bed, and everything's on the other side. So if I run smoke fluid, it just overtakes, and then we're sleeping up here, coughing and stuff. It just doesn't work good. What smoke are you talking about, Rich? Down in his? Man, I'm always down for a good time. The back-to-back millers, Newt. Those are the Atlas ones. The one with the girl on the moon. Bill, I've never been to Nicholas Smith. I know his website, though. He has some killer deals on engines. Hmm? Yeah, let's see. I think it's the third Miller car. Yeah, the girl on the moon. That's the Atlas 2-pack. The two Miller cars, they come in like a 2-pack box. The first Miller is an old K line. So that Fox one right there, I got that at Trains at York. And the Atlas beer here that's coming, that's from York. That was at Trains. That one's K line, Miller Light or Miller High Life. My favorite, of Coors Golden. That was, my brother got me that for Christmas. That's an Atlas. And then that one and that one are both the Atlas 2-pack that you buy. And then I got this one at the Greenberg show last Saturday. Lady had $35 on it with no box. I asked if she'd take 20 and she said yep. So I got an Atlas beer reefer for $20. I was pretty excited about that. I agree. K-Line is, I have the C&O passenger cars at the top, on the top shelf there. They're K-Line. And chassis system caboose that's on this inner loop, that's a K-Line caboose too. And I haven't got anything from K-Line that I'm not, like, I'm extremely happy with everything that I've got that's K-Line. Yeah, Rich, I'm the same way. I hate paying big money for a rolling stock, period. So if I can find Atlas reefers for 50 and under, I'm happy. I hate paying 90 or $100 for a reefer. I try to be a budget modeler. How's it going, brother James? Thanks for stopping in. I'm surprised you're up. You guys were giving us a hard time at York saying about us being here, being on late. Yeah, Bill, I look for deals. So the the Fox car, I paid 20 for from York at York from trains. The Atlas one I paid 30 for. The Miller one I got on eBay for 25. The Coors one my brother bought. The Atlas Miller ones I did pay. I think they were $120 for the 2-pack. So that was a little bit of a reach, but I haven't got any of the K-Line accessories. They have like the guys fishing off the pier and stuff, right? I don't think I've ever seen the kits that you're talking about, Rich. Just starting the day. I think you'll be happy, Newt. Mike has. Well, I got Mike one when I went down to his layout for the first time, and I'm pretty impressed with them. I was a little late to the game, so I missed out on getting any of the ones that I really wanted. But I think they're pretty nice cars. $45 for 2 Steam Era Classics. That's a deal. James, you just counting down the days until that Conrail Hudson comes, or what? I can't wait to see that thing. You better do a good video on that one. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Are you guys doing a live tomorrow, Train Board? I've really been enjoying all the camera views and stuff you guys got. You have a nice setup. Uh-oh. It's Chooch. Chooch is here with his big Atlas auto rack. Oh, you talked to someone into doing passenger cars. Brady's doing it. Annie from Brady's. All right, Newt. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Did you guys hear that Chooch won the Atlas auto rack from Tattoo Trains giveaway? That's awesome, James. That set's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, if you guys are free, definitely join in the Train Boards live tomorrow at 9. They do an awesome job. Their lives are always fun. Did you really buy it off of them? We're going a lot longer than I thought we would. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I tried getting Stu to do a chassis boot caboose. Told me not at this moment or this time, so I don't know if that means he's planning on it later or if he was just sick of hearing from me. That was awesome, Chooch. I was happy to see you won that. I can't believe Mike did that. That was a pretty cool giveaway for sure. What giveaway are you doing, Rich? You're close to 500 subs, or you might even hit them, huh? Yeah, Rich. I tried talking to him at the club. I was trying to talk him into doing it. I said you can't give us a caboose or a Chessie Burke and not do a caboose. And he said that I think they need 100. He has to sell 100 of them, and he was afraid of them not selling out. And I told him the S2 just came out. Train Loft did the F7 or the F7 or H7s. You got the Burke, so there's 50 people bought the Burke. Train Loft's doing that Hudson. I feel like there's a lot of people that would want that caboose. And he only has to sell 99 because I told him I'd have bought one. I appreciate you stopping in, Chooch. Yeah, I don't even know what those require as far as like curve rating. I'm sure it's pretty big. Them things are monsters. I had the MTH ones and they wouldn't do my old layout. Keep getting a thump in the back of the layout. I don't know if the Class A is catching a piece of the track or what's going on. Are you happy with all of the stuff that Harry does for you, Rich? I think I'm going to try to weather that third row engine. I think it's going to be the first one I do. I have an airbrush and stuff ready. Just got to get some grimy black and stuff. I'm going to kind of go off of how Norm does his stuff. Oh yeah, 096 and 072. Yeah, you'll be fine. So you guys are thinking this display case is the good idea for 1,000 subs. Oh, nice. Excited to see how that turns out. I don't know. The engine's not like in perfect shape. There's a lot of like nicks. You can see the brass in spots. Like you can tell that someone used it. So that's kind of another reason why I was thinking of doing the weathering, is I can kind of fix that before I do the weathering. I am having fun with these brass engines, so I see what you're doing, Sully. I see why you enjoy them so much. The detail is crazy. But you gotta watch, like, you touch them wrong and they fall apart. Rich, did you decide if you were gonna ballast your track or not? I know you were going back and forth. But yeah, my weathering, if I do the weathering, I don't want to do the crazy stuff. I just kind of want to go over it with grimy black, like kind of get the running gear and stuff to not be so shiny. Might do a little bit of streaking, but nothing crazy. Hey Darren, how's it going? I mean, the good part, I don't know. It's been pretty good all night, I'd say. Try and articulate a brass locomotive. I'm not sure which one I need to get. Seems like a lot of the Brass Williams stuff seems to be pretty reasonable price too. Yeah, Norm's weathering I think is like it's good. I don't want my wetter engine to look like it's been sitting on the side of the track for the last 100 years, just rusting away. I just want it to look like it's been on the tracks being used and got grime on it. Basically, is my thoughts. I'll be right back. All right. Try the Weaver. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. If the Blue Nami goes the way I hope it does, I think it's going to open up a lot of the Weaver stuff from Weaver, Williams, the older third rail, because I think the detail on that brass engines are second to none. So if the Blue Nami can give me decent sound, I'll be happy with. I'm gonna put it in that third rail B or C&O that I got, Darren. This one here. Yeah, I was already checking out the smoke unit and stuff, but this is the one that I'm thinking of doing Blue Nami. I'm thinking LED marker lights, headlight. I'm probably gonna take the smoke unit out, and I might try drilling the firebox holes and getting a flickering firebox in it. I don't need smoke, so I figure if I can do more lighting and get rid of smoke, I'll be fine. Yes, Saudi, the camelbacks are nice. That video you posted or did on YouTube with the camelbacks, they're nice. I went down for one and grabbed two, and I'm glad I did. Get it, Rich. You have Blue Nami. What do you think? You have diesels, huh? I don't know if you have any steam Blue Namis yet. I love that B&O one you have with the work over the trucks. That's awesome. But yeah, the price that I paid for the third rail, I'm excited about it. The Williams K4s, they're nice. That's exactly, Darren. I feel the same way. It can bring new life to an old engine. There's a lot of nice engines out there. The PS1, a lot of PS1 engines, the brass Weaver, the brass Williams. There's a lot of engines that I think, as far as detail, live up to the legacy detail. And if you can get the sounds out of the Blue Nami, and I mean, you look at like Norm's videos. I feel like he's very particular about all his stuff. Like, if you watch any of his older videos, he adjusts his chuff rates and all that. And for him to do, I think he's on like five Blue Nami installs, and he's extremely happy with them all. I think that speaks a lot of volume just in that. Oh, that's awesome, Rich. Travis is like, he's the man when it comes to the Blue Nami stuff. If you haven't joined his Discord, I really suggest joining in because he has everything set up. So if you have any questions with Blue Nami, there's tabs and stuff to be on that. I don't know if I actually ever listened to any PS1 crew talk. I pretty much sold. Like when I got into O Gauge, I didn't realize all the different, like, Proto Sound 1, 2, 3, and all that. So I kind of was like, I bought engines and learned as I kind of got rid of a lot of my older stuff. I have what? All I have is I have a Rail King SD60 that's Proto Sound 1, and then I have a set of F3 ABA B&Os that are F1 or PS1 that I think I'm going to do Blue Nami in them too, but yeah, you watch Norm's videos enough, you start to think that you can start like making your own 3D printed parts for these engines and stuff, and then you find out quick it's not as easy as what he makes it look. There is a lot out there, like as far as the Blue Nami installs. Sid has put up a lot of stuff like with wiring diagrams that are on his channels that you can get for free and look up. And like I said, Travis has his Discord, and he's been awesome. I've asked him multiple questions now, and he's been very helpful and isn't afraid to answer questions. So I definitely think it's a good thing for our hobby and for O-Scale in general. And like we said and found out earlier, Salty's going to join into the Blue Nami. Yeah, I think there's definitely engines out there that are like that where it sounds good and it's not. I don't know if it's really worth upgrading. Yes, leaves. We're still going strong. I asked everybody if they wanted to keep going, and it seemed like they did. So that's like the JLC Allegheny. I honestly don't think I will upgrade it. I like the crew talk, and I like that it's road specific. I mean, it sounds good. I'm happy with it. Even if Lionel would release another Allegheny, I don't know if I'd even think about ordering it. I'm really happy with the JLC Allegheny. I must have missed that, Darren. I'll have to go back and is that in his Q4 video or one that he posted? Yeah, sleeves. I don't know. Like I said, we're gonna build. Well, hopefully, if everything goes right, we're gonna be building our house. And I'm doing it after work and on weekends. I have like the loan. How the construction loan works is I only have 12 months to get the house built and finished. So I don't know if I'll be able to make the Yorks or not. It'll all depend on how the building's going, but kind of bummed because it's like the 2 times a year that I really look forward to doing. But I figure get the house built and then I can go to every York. But maybe if it's going faster, maybe I'll be able to make at least a day out of it or something. Or if my wife can't decide on what house plants she wants because she keeps making new ones. Are you coming to this one, Sleeves? I know. I feel bad because Salty's coming, so I kind of feel like I need to. And it is Friday, Saturday. Yeah, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday this year. So are you making a video of it, Rich, or are you just posting it on the Discords? You have to go back and watch that, Darren. But yeah, as far as like what he does, I feel like if he's doing Blue Nami installs over fixing up the third rail stuff that he has, I feel like it's worth trying. Okay, so now you both are coming. I might have to try planning on going that Friday at least. I definitely wouldn't be able to stay, but maybe I could just do the Friday. Are you doing, Rich? Did you do like the old tube track? Yeah, I agree with Darren. Using the old pre-war houses and stuff would definitely make it cool. Yeah, I'd probably love it. Let's see if I have. Yeah, here. Since we're talking about pre-war, here's my 249E. This is a cheap engine I found from Neely's Trains at a train show. I bought, I think it was like $40, and I took it all apart, sandblasted it, powder coated it with that translucent blue. So it's you powder coat chrome, and then you put the blue over it and powder coat over it again, and it gives you that like mirror blue. And then the black is all mirror black, so it has like a real high gloss to it. I actually, Darren, I have I think there's three, maybe four of the 10 plate passenger cars. I have them over at my mom's. I sandblasted them and I powder coated them with the chrome, but I ran out of the blue and the black, so I'm gonna. I gotta get that stuff ordered. I want to get them done because that's gonna be my train that I put under a tree. Is I want the 10 plate. Yeah, Rich, it's conventional. It's old style, but these are fun engines. Like if you're into any of the like painting stuff up and all that, like all this, all it is like two little tabs that go in and bend up. So I took all this off, like all the detail I took off, and I powder coated chrome, the headlight, all of the stacks and stuff. That's all sandblasted down and powder coated. The windows, I got new lettering. The whistle, like you can take this stuff all apart, but it's completely redone. Let me see if I can find a tender here. It's hard to get out. And here's the tender that I did up. But you can pop these off. There's like just like again two little tabs that go in. So those were powder coated chrome. The knuckles I powder coated. I was gonna order B&O stickers. I was gonna decal it in B&O. Just one of them deals where you get into one project and then you start doing another and then another. I'm not. No, Rich, I'm not sending that one. That one was a fun build. I'm kind of looking more into the tin plate stuff. I have fun sandblasting it down and powder coating it. It's all, yeah, Darren. It's all. I bought Eastwood makes a powder coating gun, and I don't know if you saw my YouTube video of the bell, the locomotive bell I got. But that's what I did is I powder coat. You just basically you spray the powder on and then you put it in an oven and bake it at 400 and I think it's 410 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes depending on the powder, and it flows out. It gets real nice and smooth. Turns out nice. The Coors Reefer is, I think they made 4 of these different road numbers, but this one is 5417. Yep. I would like to get all of them, but that's the only one I got right now. Yeah, Darren, I have. What else do I have? I got the. This was a old. I think it was Sunoco tank car, and I had green, but I had the same deal. I powder coated all the chrome and stuff. I got this at York for like $3 and powder coated it all up and just kind of made it look decent. There's like, the way I look at it is if it's old and it's all beat up and someone's charging $500 or $5 for it or $3 for it, I'll buy it and fix it and powder coat it. Yeah, the cores are, and if you do find them, people want like ridiculous money for them. Like they're on eBay all the time for like $120. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting. I think they made 4 different road or numbers on that Coors Reefer. I would like to get them all, but just like everything else in this hobby, you want everything they make. And then, like I said, with building a house and stuff, not that I'm doing good with it, but I am trying to not buy as much. What else do I have? I don't have it out. I have the Coors Golden wood reefer, and then the Coors Original modern reefer or steel side reefer. This is the premier one. Just blew my breaker. And then I think Dale's going to sell me he has the operating one. I think he's getting that one. Said he'd sell to me at York. And then I have the Coors, the Rail King Coors Original Caboose, and I have the Coors Light, the Rail King Coors Light water tower. I don't know. I try to buy anything that's Coors or Coors Light. Nothing like shorting your trains out in the middle of a live. All because I picked up one train and set it down on track wrong. I do, Rich. If I could find a Coors Light train at a decent price, I would buy it just for the fact that I like Coors. But the Coors Original stuff's it's just a little bit close to me because it was my dad's favorite beer. So anytime I see anything Coors Original, it kind of reminds me of him. So I usually try to pick it up. It was funny because there used to be a train store. It was in Greensburg, which was like, I don't know, 20 or 45 minutes from me. We went there probably a couple months after my dad passed away. And we went in and they had the Coors Light water tower and they had the Coors Original caboose. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, I gotta get him. That's like my dad. And my wife was like, yeah, you definitely need to. So we ended up bringing them home. I can tell you it's one of my favorite cabooses. Like it's never going to go anywhere. So do you think the Coors Light train's weird? I I mean it definitely is. It's just I think it'd be one of them things I'd just put on a shelf. I wouldn't really run it. It's just kind of because it's Coors. Yeah, my dad was Coors Original, and it was funny because I was like, I don't know, 11 or 12, and we were out in the garage, and he handed me one and said, if you're going to drink one, I'd rather you drink with me. He gave me a Coors, and I couldn't drink it. And now I find myself like going to it, so it's just kind of funny how you go full circle. Yeah, Darren, I think I saw at least three at York, and I didn't see anything under 1100. Yeah, I was I forget it might have been on Mike's stream. We were talking about I want the Coors uh, reefer that has the operating one. I think it has smoke unit in it. So when the door opens, it looks like there's frost coming out of it, and the guy throws the Coors bottles out or whatever. I mean, I was talking about it and said I wanted one, but I didn't want to pay like every time I see them, they're like $200. And Dell reached out to me and said he bought one, and he'd sell it to me for the price he paid for it. I'm gonna buy it off of him. Everything goes the way we have it planned, but pretty excited. I thought that was really cool to Dell to reach out to me and let me know that he had one and he was willing to part ways with it for me. So it meant a lot. Why don't you buy it, Rich? That could be your 500 subscriber giveaway. You buy that and then you can give it away and just give it to me. Saudi, I think Dell has the operating Coors Light one too, or maybe it was a Rolling Rock. One of them. There's a layout. I forget the company that does it, but in the Orange Hall, I think it's the Orange. Yeah, the Orange Hall. There's a guy that does a. He has like a layout. I think they make layouts like you can buy, and he has it set up. It's all Coors original stuff, and he has that operating car like up against the brewery he has, and it's cool. It's definitely one that I need. Yeah, Ray. I was shocked when Dale sent me that. He sent me a video over Instagram, like talking about it and saying he would sell it to me, and I was like blown away. I told him that I spent a little bit too much money at York, so I had to wait. He was fine with that, so hopefully next couple of days. Huh? I feel like using your. My my biggest thing is your. I seen Dell. I bet you we saw each other at least 6 times, and we didn't exchange stickers at all. So I'm gonna have to send him some in the mail. Hopefully he'll send me some of his. If you guys have stickers for your channel, or you want any of my stickers, let me know. I'd definitely like to exchange. I'm trying to get some stickers I want to put on a big picture frame and display them. That way I can transfer them over as a new layout when we move. Ray talked me into buying stickers, and now I have like 75 stickers left. Yeah, Ray. Hold on. See, you got to get really close. Yeah, Chooch. A lot of guys are doing that, and that's what I wanted to do, but I didn't want to put them on this layout because I'm going to be ripping it down. I didn't want to lose all my stickers, so I think I'm going to do a big, like a poster board picture frame and put them all in that. So if you want any of my stickers, let me know or send me a message on Discord. I'll send you some. I just need your address. Don't worry, Rich. They say Roy's trains on them. Unless you have your cheaters on, then you might be able to see Ray's. Darren's glad he got the big sticker from Ray's. Ray's never going to get stickers again after what I put him through. What's a guy got to do to get the big stickers, Ray? Yeah, no worries, Salty. I'm in the same boat. Let's not try doing anything like that after having some banquets. We'll go after it tomorrow. Well, who won, Newt? I see you're back. Yeah, we have some faithful watchers. You want to see them, Newt? If you squint and put your cheaters on, you'll be able to see it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was just happy last week. Penn State and Ohio State. Ohio State won, so I didn't have to hear from everybody around me because I live in Penn State County. I didn't have to hear about it. Nobody said anything because Ohio State won, but if it's the other way around. All right, boys, we're down to 20% on my phone, so we might be losing the layout camera soon. I need to wire in a charging spot in my layout for my phone. I didn't expect to go this late. In Ray's defense, our feet started to hurt. So, towards the end of the show, we weren't really looking at anything. Yeah, I agree, Chooch. When they lost Paterno, the program definitely went away. The culture that used to be Penn State. I don't have anything against Penn State. I don't know. I started watching college football and I liked Ohio State and just kind of fell in being their fans. But I'm a Penn State graduate. I have degrees from Penn State, so it's kind of hard to hate Penn State. I just like Ohio State more. Yeah, sleeves. I'll just randomly have holes poking up with cell phone chargers. Yeah, Ray, I was the same way, man. We were sitting there, and Mike said about, like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I'm ready to go. My feet hurt so bad. They need to put, like, chairs in the halls that you can, like, take breaks at, like tables and chairs to take breaks, because when we were standing at Lens, I was, like, in pain. Well, choose the problem is my phone's in the middle of my layout. So if I run my charging cord, I would end up catching it with the trains as they go by. See, UCLA, I don't. They're like irrelevant to me. If anybody, it's Notre Dame that I hate, and it's just because of how much talk they get, and then when they make the big games, they get blown away. Ray, when are you coming in for a Pirates game? Newt, do you come around Pittsburgh a lot? I've yet to been like I've never been to Lens. I always want to, and then I don't know. We go down to like Brady's, and that's about as far as I go. Yeah, see, Notre Dame. It's just they get talked up, and then every year they lose. Yeah, Ray. Me and Mike were talking, depending on what you guys want to do, but he's open to just hanging out at his house and running trains at his layout and stuff. If you guys, I know it's a far trip just to do that, but definitely would be fun all to get together and do something. Oh, wow, bowling championship. That's crazy. Yeah, and their fans think they're number one when they're 20. To be honest with you guys, Alabama not being one has like been so nice. It's kind of like when a team's dominant for so long, it's nice to see something else. Ray, you don't need to buy any more engines. What you need to do is buy that die cast grater from Lens. And I'll put on a flat car for you. Sleeves. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to complain about Ohio State being number one. But you have to admit, Alabama was number one for like 10 years straight. Even when they'd lose, they could lose to a nobody team and still only drop 2% or 2 spots. Yeah, Chooch, I don't know. I agree and I don't. I mean, it definitely made the smaller schools have a harder time bringing in talent, but I feel like there was stuff like this happening behind the scenes anyhow. So at least now they can get paid for being athletes or whatever. I think they need to figure out a way to regulate it so it doesn't get out of control like it is now. But I don't know. I don't see a problem in it as far as letting kids get paid for being skilled. Like if they're that good of an athlete, I feel like they should be able to make money off of it while they're in school. Rich, why you keep getting rid of all the good road names? You sold my chassis. Now you're gonna get rid of B&O. This is why I'm not doing a giveaway. Yeah, Bray Len. I think Lens was 100. I think it was $99 at the show, and he that truck that I bought, he only took $5 off of it. So I don't think he's gonna wheel and deal very much. But you you buy you buy that in a flat car and send it to me, and I'll chain it down and make a nicer. I'll make you a nicer load than it does. Sleeves. Who's your Big Ten team? You're fine, Newt. I drank like 10 Yinglings Thursday and then went to York on Friday and was fine. You'll be fine to go walk around train shows sleep deprived. You'll probably make better decisions. Nebraska, it's not a bad team. Put it this way, I'm an Ohio State fan, but I'm going to root for any Big Ten team when it comes down to beating the SEC. They're only 56 years young, not old, young. Yeah, Darren, we have a small train show on Sunday too. It's like the Altoona Model Railroad Association train show. It's like things on like 140 tables. Yeah, sleeves. I don't know. Penn State didn't look too bad against Ohio State until halftime. I feel like they're just missing a little bit to be right over the edge. Well, wasn't Nebraska a Big 12 team there for a lot of years before they did all these big changes in the last couple of years. Nebraska and Texas and all them were all in the Big 12. I think that the Big 10 doesn't get the true, I don't know what the word is, the true hype that they deserve. Everybody's so stuck on the SEC, and I think the Big 10 is better football. Especially, I mean, you look at the college playoffs now, and the Big 10 gets in with the SEC. The SEC has a hard time doing anything against Big 10 teams. You saw it with Michigan. You saw it with Ohio State. Darren, who's your team? Yeah, I agree, Newt. The SEC was like, they were dominant for years, for sure. Missouri. Yeah, I watched a lot of their games. Like I said, I'm an Ohio State fan, but I'm a college football fan, so I'll watch pretty much any college football games that are on. Unless it's Michigan. We're almost up, almost 3 hours here, guys. So I think once we hit 3 hours, we're like 6 minutes away from 3 hours. I'm gonna log off. Yeah, Indiana looks really good this year. I had to get my Michigan shot in. They give us enough crap, so I have to throw it out when I can. That's all we see is, does a national championship count if you lost to Michigan? And I'll say it day in and day out. I'll take a Michigan loss with a national championship year after year. I don't care. They can beat us every year if we get the national championship every year. Big Rich, I mean, you can't go wrong with the C&O. C&O and B&O. I mean, heck, I got 1, 2, 3. I have 9 B&O engines. 2, 3, 4. 5 C&O steamers. I have a Chessie System CSX, a Western Maryland CSX, Western Maryland steamer, another Western Maryland diesel. I think maybe you need to keep them. Stick with the good road names. This N&W, it's kind of breaking the rules, but it's definitely my favorite out of the whole collection. If you ever have a chance to get a Class A, I highly recommend it. It's a crazy engine. I did that video the other week of all my legacy steamers on the layout at one time, and I was turning them on as they were going. You'd turn the Burke on, and it was like, okay, that sounds good. The F-19, okay, that sounds good. The Class A, it was like it took over the whole layout. Like when I turned it on, you couldn't hear any of the other engines. Rich High Roller had that AC 6000 at York for like $999. It didn't sell. Yeah, Darren, the Class A, the 3 speakers that it has, the sound is like, it just has a good bass to it. Like the chuffs and everything sounds so mean. The blow off steam is very cool. I mean, the modeling is just nice. The detail and stuff is nice. I mean, like I said, it's my only Vision Line engine, but if I say it all the time, like if your house is on fire and you can only grab one engine, which one do you grab? It's the Class A for my collection for sure. Yeah, Rich, the GP30 that you have is awesome. I love them track lights. Yeah, Rich, there's something about that 3 speaker thing. I think the Vision Line Niagara has them too. I don't know. I thought my Burke sounded really good. But the 3 speakers in the Class A is crazy. The AC9, they're going to be nice. All right, guys, we hit 3 hours. I'm exhausted. I was out in the cold all week and I'm tired, so I think we're gonna call it a night. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Can't believe that I don't even know what time it is, but we have 13 guys in here hanging out. I appreciate you guys spending your Friday with me, running trains and talking everything. So, but yeah, maybe we'll do it again next Friday too. So maybe I'll give more of a heads up this time. But like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. So talk to you guys on the next one. Thanks again.